Have you ever had this experience? Someone asks you a question in English, a very simple question. What do you do for fun? How was your weekend? What do you think about this movie? And suddenly, your mind goes completely blank. You know English, you know many words, but in that moment, your brain says nothing. You smile, you panic a little, and sometimes you say the shortest answer possible. Or worse, you say nothing at all. Does this sound familiar? If it does, I have good news for you. There is nothing wrong with your English. This happens to almost every English learner. My name is Emma, and this is Train Your English Brain. I want to tell you about a student named Maya. Maya was actually very good at English. She could read articles, she could understand podcasts, she could write long emails, but conversations were different. One day, a colleague asked her, "What do you usually do on weekends?" And her mind went blank. She stood there for a few seconds and finally said, "Nothing." Then she went home feeling terrible. She said to me, "Emma, why does this keep happening? I know English, but when people ask me questions, my brain stops working." I smiled because I had heard this many times before. The problem wasn't her English. The problem was surprise. Real conversations are fast. Nobody gives you 5 minutes to prepare your answer. You have to think and speak at the same time, and that can feel difficult. So I taught Maya 3 simple sentences, 3 little sentences that can save almost any conversation. The first one is, "That's a good question." That's it. 4 simple words. When someone asks you something unexpected, you don't need to answer immediately. You can say, "That's a good question." Suddenly, you have a few extra seconds to think, and something amazing happens. You relax. You stop panicking. Your brain has time to wake up. Maya tried it the next day. Someone asked, "What's your favorite place to travel?" She didn't know the answer immediately, so she smiled and said, "That's a good question." Then she thought for a moment and answered. For the first time in weeks, she didn't freeze. The second sentence is, "I've never thought about that before." This sentence is magic because sometimes you truly don't know what to say. Maybe someone asks, "What would you do if you won $1 million?" Or, "What's your biggest dream?" You may not have an answer, and that's okay. Native speakers don't always have answers either. You can simply say, "I've never thought about that before." Then you can continue, "But maybe," or "I think." This sentence removes pressure. You no longer need the perfect answer. You just need an honest one. The third sentence is my favorite. "Let me think for a second." I love this sentence because it gives you permission to pause. Many learners believe they must answer immediately, but real conversations don't work like that. Native speakers pause all the time. They think, they hesitate, they search for words. It is completely normal. So if someone asks you something difficult, you can simply say, "Let me think for a second." Then take a breath, think, and answer. I asked Maya to practice these 3 sentences every day. At first, she thought they were too simple. She said, "Emma, I need better vocabulary." I laughed because many learners think the answer is always more vocabulary, but often the answer is having useful tools. These 3 sentences are tools, and good tools create confidence. A week later, Maya came back with a smile. She said, "I had 3 conversations this week and I didn't freeze once." That made me very happy because confidence doesn't always come from knowing more English. Sometimes it comes from knowing what to do when your mind goes blank. I think many learners are afraid of silence. When someone asks a question, they feel they must answer immediately. But a few seconds of thinking is not a problem. In fact, it often makes you sound thoughtful. Imagine someone asks you, "What's your favorite memory from childhood?" That is not an easy question. Most people need a moment to think, and that is perfectly normal. The next time your mind goes blank, don't panic. Don't tell yourself, "My English is terrible." Your English may be fine. Your brain simply needs a few extra seconds, and these 3 sentences can give you those seconds. A month later, something interesting happened. Maya said, "I don't fear questions anymore." Think about that. She didn't become fluent overnight. She didn't learn 1,000 new words. She simply learned how to buy herself time. And sometimes that changes everything. I want to tell you another secret. The best conversations are not perfect. They are human. People pause, people think, people change their minds. People don't always know what to say, and that's okay. You do not need to sound like a machine that answers every question instantly. You just need to keep the conversation moving. These little sentences help you do exactly that. So here is your challenge for today. Learn these 3 sentences. That's a good question. I've never thought about that before. Let me think for a second. Say them out loud. Practice them. Use them in conversations. Because one day, someone will ask you an unexpected question, and instead of freezing, instead of smiling nervously, instead of saying nothing, you will know exactly what to do. You will buy yourself a little time. You will take a breath, and then you will speak. Not perfectly, not beautifully, just naturally. And sometimes that is all confidence really is. Not knowing every answer, but knowing what to do when you don't have one. My name is Emma. I will see you in the next episode.